Hey, what's going on, guys? This is AndrewChicken, and welcome back to another video. Something very funny just happened. I published a video yesterday that was an item tier list for 2024, or rather for Season 6, and in it I postulated that, well, either we're not going to get item changes in Season 7, and this tier list will be accurate for the rest of the year, or we're going to get a bunch of changes and it's going to be immediately inaccurate, and it'll serve as sort of a benchmark for how Season 6 items were, and then we can compare them to Season 7 items. And just a few hours after I published it, not even a few days, just a few hours after I published it, Evil Mojo does this. Welcome to Paladins Zitter, X Twitter, this is an excretion by Paladins the game. The official Paladins account. They are very based. They do not shell out money to Elon Musk to get a checkmark, but this is the official Paladins account. And it shows this new picture here. A new era approaches as past and present merge into a new future. Your safe haven is no more, replaced by more choices than ever before. And this shows a timeline of the eras of defense items, basically remarking on how Haven and Blast Shields used to work from 2016 to 2021. Then in 2021, the switch to Haven and Guardian. And then in 2024, something very interesting happens. We still have Haven. We still have Guardian or Blast Shields. We're not really sure what either of these items are actually going to do because they're just marked as question marks. But then in the middle, we have this third new item, which is a castle with a plus sign on it. And yeah, that's another item. That's one new item. Resilience and Illuminate are not mentioned here. I'm just going to assume they're the same. But yeah, this has very drastic and stark implications for what's happening to the item store in 2024. This is even bigger than I thought it was going to be, because I think this means we're getting 4 brand new items, not item reworks. New items. I think we're going to have 20 items in the item store in 2024, instead of the 16 we've had basically since the start of the game, which is absolutely wild. That's a crazy thing to think about, but there's actually more of a reason to suspect this other than just this tweet. Because if we go to the developer's update for the Ico's Vault update, you'll actually notice there was a bit of a hidden Easter egg. Check this out. If we pull this up, go full screen, right, and look at this, look at the items. They're actually behind me, so let me move myself out of the way. Look at those items. You notice something peculiar? You've got Guardian, you know, for Ruckus, which I guess that makes sense, right? But then next to that, you have a yellow item that looks like nothing we have in the game. That's very suspicious. And so again, this adds to the hypothesis that, yeah, we might be getting completely brand new items. We might have new item options for the first time in the game's history, in terms of, we already have our existing items, and then, well, bam! There's a brand new set. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. As far as our postulations as to what those items actually are, well, we can try and glean a bit of an idea from, what's happening here. It says in the tweet, again, a new era approaches, as past and present merge into a new future. So, it says the past and the present are merging. What does that mean, exactly? Does it mean Haven and Blast Shields are coming back in some form? Perhaps damage reduction, Haven will be damage reduction to direct damage, and Blast Shields will be coming back as damage reduction to, like, area damage, and then this new item is just some reworked version of current Guardian? Is that what this means? Maybe, maybe not, I don't know. They might end up doing maybe a different distinction for Haven and Blast Shields. So for example, maybe Haven would work as direct, or a damage reduction against, like, weapon attacks, and then this Blast Shields icon over here, this old Guardian, right? Maybe that would be, like, damage reduction versus abilities? Maybe? Or maybe that's what this new item is. I have no idea. But this wording here makes me suspicious because, yeah, in the past, damage reduction was split between 2 types, and if the past and present are merging, then perhaps we might see some sort of dichotomy re-emerge. I don't know. But we can also go back and actually realize, hang on a second, this item, if you're a really old veteran of this game, or you've spent some time looking at the wiki, this item looks a bit familiar. Check this out. If we go to the item store, or the item page on the wiki, we can see a list of the removed items from this game that used to exist in one way, shape, or form, but now, well, they don't exist anymore. And would you look at that? It's our old friend, Develop, with a very similar icon to this. As a matter of fact, it's the exact same icon. What did Develop do? Well, here's where our speculation gets a bit difficult. Because you notice, Develop, if we click on this, it actually provided a boost to maximum health. That's what current Veteran does. So, yeah, this would increase your max health by 600. That's basically Veteran too. Unless Veteran is getting shifted to, for some reason, be this new defensive item now, I don't think Develop is going to have anything to do with maximum health. You could potentially see that, although I think that would be confusing for a lot of players to make Develop do the same thing as current Veteran and then rework Veteran into maybe Old Veteran, which Old Veteran used to increase your out-of-combat healing. I feel like that'd be confusing, but I guess that is technically a possibility, but I really don't think they're going to do that, because they're not past using, the same icon for an item to actually have a different effect, right? Like this offensive item here. Look, you have aggression, you have provision, and then you have the current item of lethality. All three of them share the same icon. All of them do drastically different things. So, yeah, I'm guessing it probably won't have anything to do with increased health, and will instead be some totally different item. And you can, of course, leave your guesses for that in the comment section down below. But you'll notice in the utility, we do also have this icon right here, this Huntsman icon, which is, as you recall, the same item that was showcased right here in this Ico's Vault video. And this item, well, it provided a movement speed boost while moving in Stealth Grass. Yeah, I don't think that one's coming to the game either, because, wow, having an item that only works in payload? That doesn't sound like a good idea to me. So this will almost definitely, as a matter of fact, it will definitely be a different item. But once again, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, there are a bunch of different ways they could take this. But also, a lot of the utility items already cover most of the bases. You have increased movement speed, increased mount speed, increased cooldown reduction, and increased ultimate charge. So I'm actually not even really sure what new utility card they can provide. Maybe just like a passive jump height increase or something silly like that? I have no idea. But, yeah, one thing is for sure. This is very exciting. I know I don't normally make speculation videos like this, but I kind of couldn't help it because this is a really big deal. If it does mean that we are getting 4 new items, which I think by now with this post, I think that confirms it. I think that's genuinely what we're getting in the next update. Now, as to reworks of existing items, I mean, it looks like they might be doing some of that because, yeah, Haven and Guardian are talked about here. Haven and Blast Shields are talked about here. And again, the text of the tweet says we're merging into a new future. So I imagine those two will probably get some form of rework. It seems very likely to me based off of this tweet. But does that mean we'll get reworks to other items? Is Lethality going to get another rework? That would be kind of funny. Or are we maybe going to get a rework to something like Life Rip, which is an item that doesn't get used a lot? Or maybe Bulldozer? I have no idea. But that also means we do have, again, if this is true, and we are getting 1 extra item for each category, it does mean we also have a red item and a green item to speculate about. And I honestly would not be surprised to see, and would actually be kind of happy to see, Old Veteran return, which actually, it's kind of funny that Veteran is not mentioned here on the wiki as a removed item, because Veteran used to do something different. Actually, if I click on it, will it show the old effect? No, it doesn't. Wow, okay. But yeah, the old effect of this Veteran used to, yeah, increase the out-of-combat healing. So, yeah, you would get 6%, then it went back down to 4% in 2016, and it was pretty useless for most of the game. But it did have its niche circumstances where it could be helpful. Like if you didn't have a healer, or you just had a really bad healer, or you were playing a flank, or somebody who could get behind cover and then heal up real quick out of combat. Something I would like to see if this old version of Veteran does return would be having Veteran also decrease the amount of time it actually takes to get out of combat, allowing you to utilize this item better, you know, and utilize out-of-combat healing more, because it is a very interesting mechanic in this game, and it's one that doesn't get touched on nearly enough, I don't think. Plus, some of the old items for champions that still exist, or not items, excuse me, cards, that still exist, like the movement speed card for Ying, where she gets movement speed out of combat. Or also, I think Sky has one of those too. Those cards would finally get a little bit more use if Veteran decreased your out of combat timer. So that'd be pretty interesting, but I have no idea if that's going to come back. I genuinely don't know what items they're going to add or what reworks they're going to do, and that's where I leave it to you to be the ultimate speculator. What do you think is going to happen with these brand new items? I'm very curious to hear your hypotheses, your theories, all of that in the comment section down below. So please let me know what you think about this. But this is very, very exciting. And it looks like Season 7 is going to be a pretty crazy season. I mean, we haven't gotten much in terms of the actual content, apart from, you know, this balance when it comes to the teasers, right? We got a teaser for a new skin with this Grover skin-looking thing. And we know that Trials of the Realm are also coming back, by the way. That's another thing. If you haven't been paying attention to Twitter or X or whatever, yeah, Trials are totally coming back. We can say that with complete definity. Or definity? I don't know how to speak English, okay? We can say that for absolute certain. There we go, that's what I meant to say. Because, yeah, just look at this. Not only do we get to see the reworked Daily Quest UI, but look in the back here. We got Trials of the Realm listed right there. Boom, look at that. Oh my god, Trials are back! As if the other, like, 3 or 4 tweets in this line weren't enough evidence that Trials are coming back. So that's going to be really, really exciting. I cannot wait to do some Trials streams as well, get back to those, see what new quests they have cooking up. Season 7 is going to be exciting. And, yeah, I really can't wait for it. Hopefully we get to see more, either a PTS or a developer update or something like that soon. But, yeah, with that being said, if you guys have enjoyed this video and you're excited for the new season and the new year of Paladins, then make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe, because I'll be making a bunch of Paladins content, and check out the Twitch channel and the Discord server, both of which are linked in the description down below if you want to catch me live, ask me questions, do all that, and yeah, while you're down there, if you want to support me, and do something you're probably already going to do, which is buy crystals, then make sure you do it at my Nexus. If you head on over to nexus.gg/AndrewChicken, you can buy crystals, the season pass, all of these wonderful DLC mount packs and stuff like that, and you can support me in the process. A portion of the proceeds go directly to me, officially affiliated with Evil Mojo. This is a really nice thing. It's a way to basically give back to creators you like. I have a Nexus. I know a bunch of other creators have Nexuses too, so please consider checking this out. But yeah, with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching. I will see you all next time. Peace out.